Unlike a bachelor's or a master's degree, PhD is quite different because there is an element of inherent uncertainty in it, because there are a lot of unknowns anyway all along this journey. So in order to avoid making this journey more difficult, I believe it is only sensible to try to minimize the chances of making some common mistakes in one's PhD. So in this video, I will touch upon 4 mistakes that I have seen PhD students make during their degree, and they could actually be harmful towards the prospect of achieving your degree on time. So let's discuss these 4 mistakes one by one. A very common mistake that I have seen some PhD students make is that they do not start in a very strong manner and they tend to procrastinate in their first year. Remember, you only have 3 to 4 years to complete your PhD degree, and believe me, it's not enough time. So if you are not on your toes right from the word go, what happens is that you keep on mounting an added pressure and stress on yourself in the latter years of your PhD. On the other hand, if you start strong and, for example, achieve some good results in publications in the first year, you will feel greatly relieved, and actually it will instill an added confidence in yourself to do even better in the later years of your PhD. So I can't emphasize enough not to waste your time in the first year. The second mistake that I have seen people make is that they tend to be not very open to criticism on their work from their peers. The point is that it's not very easy to find shortcomings in your work yourself, and this is because, after all the hard work that one puts in to produce results, I think it is only natural to find it hard to self-criticize your work. So my advice is to get your work regularly reviewed by your peers, and then try to be as open to criticism as possible, and try to fix all the comments or all the suggestions by your peers in a timely manner, because otherwise they will be identified later by the reviewers and they might reject your work, and you will lose your precious time. So I know it is hard, I know it is difficult, but it is important and unavoidable. The third mistake that I would like to highlight is to do with not interacting with your supervisor regularly. Look, your supervisor could be busy in so many things, and it is your responsibility to keep that person on board and in the loop all the way. A good way to do so is to have regular meetings with your supervisor, so that you can get timely feedback from him or her. And then it is also important that you go into these meetings well prepared. And a good practice in this regard is to send short regular reports to your supervisor about your work, particularly ahead of these meetings, so that your supervisor can read through your work and provide you a good feedback. So really, my suggestion is to actually consider your supervisor as a resource, and then it is down to you how you utilize him or her to your benefit. Last but not the least, a mistake that I have seen people make in their PhD is that they do not really own their PhD. What I mean by that is people join their degree with the mindset that someone else, for example their supervisor, is supposed to drive their PhD, and they just need to play a second fiddle. But actually this is so wrong, because you need to take the lead and ownership for everything around your PhD, and consider other people in your lab or group, for example supervisor and colleagues, as a resource which you must utilize and learn from. But effectively, you need to own your PhD. And if you avoid this mistake, I believe you will greatly mitigate the chances of making the 3 other mistakes that I have previously discussed. So I really hope that you would find this video useful. Please let me know in the comment section below whether you agree with the points that I have discussed. Have I missed anything important that you think should have been discussed? Please let me have your feedback. Finally, just a request to please hit the like button if you like this video, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel, because this really encourages me to create more such videos. Stay safe.